Shortwave portables. Here's having a look at the different sizes of shortwave portables through the years. In front of us we have the Radionette Kurer, which is a very early transistorized portable, which dates back to about mid-1950. I think this particular one's from about 56 or 57. It has the usual leatherette covered wooden case, and then instead of a ferrite rod antenna, it has a loop antenna inside. A very good medium wave radio, and also quite reasonable in short wave. Next to it, to give an idea of the size, we have the Telefunken. That's about 1968, 67, 68 Telefunken, Bajazzo TS205, and that is longer but not quite as high as the Radionette radio. This one, like many of the radios of its era, has the controls on the top, or should say the actual display on the top of the radio with all the stations information. So it's a bit unusual, but the idea is that you could mount them in the dash of a car. The big motor cars in those days could handle these sort of large radios, and that's why they were made like that, so that the radio we could actually tip up this way and then fit inside the dashboard of your car, so you could actually use it like that. Pretty heavy radio for that. It has excellent sound, by the way, this radio, probably the best of all of my radios. Next, this is a modern radio. Bought this about 2 years ago. This is the Eton Elite Field, the very latest model, and this has also a very unusual speaker. It has very good sound, this radio, for its size. And you can see it's quite a meaty radio. It's definitely not a lightweight. Next to that, this has shortwave, medium wave, and what else has it got? FM, of course. Obviously, this one has FM. The Bajazzo has FM. That one does not. That one's only medium wave. That's the Kurer, the Radionette, that only has medium wave, marine band, and shortwave. Next to it here we have the CCRadio EPPro that I bought simply for only for medium wave. Basically, it has FM and medium wave, FM stereo, naturally, all the modern radios. That's a new radio. It's also about 2 years old, and that is a very good medium wave receiver. Probably one of the best of the currently available shortwave radios portable radios for medium wave. And then next to that, just for size comparison, that's the Tecsun PL680, which has Airband as well as single sideband, and then normal full shortwave coverage, and AM and long wave, AM stroke medium wave being the same thing. That's quite large by today's standards for portable radios. They can be the size of your hand almost, or not much bigger than a little tablet, or sometimes even the size of a cell phone, or smartphone, as I should call it. So that's just an idea of the size. I don't have anything in between, unfortunately. I did have a few other shortwave radios. So behind it is the Monster, of course, but that's not a portable, so we won't count that. That's a trio. The tube radio, that's like enormous, as you can see, but that's not portable. You can see how small the Fairhaven is in comparison. It's quite tiny compared to most of these portables, even smaller than the size of the PL680, and that can run on 12 volts, so you can use it portable. It's not a portable, but you can use it running on a 12 volt battery. It doesn't have an excessive current drain, so it's quite useful in that regard, especially with us with the power load shedding, as they call it. It goes on and off every 5 minutes. Okay, that's just a quick comparison showing the sizes of the radios, how over the years they've got smaller and smaller and smaller. And of course, if you get right down to the Belka, which is the one of the higher end portable handheld, let's just say it's a travel radio that you can take with you when you go out traveling. They just come out with a new model. It's quite expensive though, but that certainly is a very sensitive little radio, And the trouble with those very small radios is when you push the buttons on it, the radio kind of moves, so that kind of irritates me. I still prefer a radio with a knob and simple controls on it. So analog is still okay, not too bad. I do like the digital readout though, and also where you can punch in the frequency direct, which you can do with none of these radios except for this one. This one here has the number keypad where you can enter in your frequency directly. So it's the only one of these that has it, and it also has a search functions, which this one also has, so you can scan or search scan functions. You can scan through a 25 meter band and look for stations and then store them. You can come back and have a look at them again. This one just simply stops on them, and you can then see if you want to listen to that, or press the button again and it continues scanning. Okay, that's enough waffle for me. Just a short overview of radios, sizes through the ages.